Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Alanda and I am your lady of the house. So in today's video, I am going to be using this Dollar Tree hamburger press that I got because I'm making some hamburgers for the 4th of July, which is tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring you guys along and show you exactly how this is used. And the only thing that I don't like about this is that, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it doesn't really come with any instructions on how to use it. So I'm assuming you just put the meat down in here, press this flat until it shapes like a burger. So the first thing I have is, I think this is like, I can't remember the size package, but we got it from Aldi's and it's the big pack, and I just break it in half before I put it in the freezer. So this is only half a pack. So I'm going to season my meat first, and then I'm going to go in and make the patties. But the first thing I like to do is I like to use the Lipton onion soup mix in my burgers, and I am currently out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making my own Lipton onion soup mix. Now the only thing that I'm doing here is, instead of the dry onion flakes, which I thought I had, I don't have any, so I'm going to be using onion powder. But hold on, let me check. I swore I had some. Hold on. Okay, so I don't have any, so I'm just going to improvise. So I'm going to start out by using 1/4 cup of this onion salt. And then I'm going to use a half, 1/4 teaspoon of parsley flakes. Now this recipe calls for onion powder as well, but you don't need to use the onion powder since you've already used the onion salt. So I'm just going to get 1/4 teaspoon of that. One-fourth teaspoon of, 1/8 teaspoon of celery seeds. And these are my celery seeds. And 1/8 teaspoon of paprika. Oh, I can't do anything with these nails. Okay. It acts like it don't want to come out. I know, it looks like it's a lot in there, but it's really not. And 1/8 teaspoon of black ground pepper. And if you don't want to put exactly what's in here, you can tweak this recipe to use it the way that you like it. So then you're going to add your beef bouillon cubes. And I'm just going to be adding the one because this has so much sodium in it, and we are really focusing on our sodium intake. So I'm just going to be adding one of these beef bouillon cubes. Now the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of the sodium-free bouillon cubes, and I don't have sodium-free, so that's why I'm just going to be using one of these. And then I'm just going to take a spoon and just kind of take the back of the spoon. Uh-oh. I probably should have had the granules or chopped this up first, but I'm going to go ahead and get this chopped up and I'll be back. Okay, so I end up having to take the mixture over to the food processor just to get the bouillon cubes all nice and chopped up, but this is what it looks like now. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour it over my meat. And then to that, I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning salt, because you already got a lot of seasonings going on in there. Some garlic powder. And you can just season this to taste. You can do as much or as little as you would like. I like to just go ahead and get all my ingredients in here. Just gonna add a little bit of salt. And then just go in with my hands and just mix it up. So I also like to add A1 steak sauce to my burgers. And I like to add it to it before I start cooking it, because I like that taste that it gives off when it's done cooking. I also like the smell of it. You can also add it after your burgers are done, but I like to just add it in here so that it has the flavor already in, and you don't have to worry about all that sauce dripping off or your bread getting wet if you're that type of person that don't like for your bread to get wet. And now I'm just going to go in here with my clean hands and just mix all of this up together. And it's almost kind of like you're making a meatloaf, but not as many ingredients. Like some people add onions and green peppers to their meatloaf. I personally don't like that, and my husband doesn't like it either. But you could add some onions to this and green peppers if that's what you like on your burger. You are more than welcome to add that. And, ooh, my hand is freezing. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients to this, and then we'll get to pressing out these burgers. Okay, so to my hamburger, I'm going to add 2 beaten eggs. And the beaten eggs is just going to help hold the hamburger together so it doesn't fall apart on the grill. So you're just going to add that and go ahead and mix that in real well. And you can add stuff like breadcrumbs if you want. I don't think that the breadcrumbs would be good on the grill, because you'll still be able to see the chunks of breadcrumbs. I'm sorry, my hand all in the way. You won't be able to see you'll be able to see the chunks of breadcrumbs, and I don't know how appealing that's going to look or taste eating like those pieces of bread, but I do usually use breadcrumbs when I make a meatloaf, but I'm just choosing not to use it while I make this hamburger. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to mix this up a little bit more. I can tell by the smell that it has all the seasoning it needs. This is what it looks like, so it should be, after mixing it a little bit more, we should be ready to press out our hamburgers. And I'm going to be using some parchment paper because I'm actually out of wax paper. I'm out of a lot of stuff today. That is so unlike me. So we're just going to be using the parchment paper just to put the burgers on, and then we're going to refrigerate them so that they can get a nice firm hold to them, and then they can go on the grill tomorrow. I'm sorry, y'all, my hand just all in the way. I know I'm pretty close, but okay, how's that? All right, let me clean up some of this mess, and then we can continue. Okay, so I'm just going to be taking the meat now and putting it into this burger press. Probably about maybe like a half cup of meat, like that. And I'm just going to get my press and press it out like a burger. And then it's supposed to look like this. And then you just want to pop it out like so. Pop it out like so, and it should look just like this. So it should look just like a burger. And then I am just going to put it into another container and put the parchment paper on top of it so they can be easy to stack. So here we go again. And just press it out. And flip it to get your burger out. And you just want to make sure you put enough meat in there, because you know, of course, when this cooks on the grill, it's going to cook down, and this burger is going to start to shrink because of the meat. So you do want to make sure you have a good amount of burger in there. And since it's only 4 of us, I can make some pretty nice sized burgers. And flip it out, and there's the other one. I like this thing. And then just put the parchment paper down on top of it. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, I think I can get maybe, what, 2, 3 more out of here. I hope I don't run out of parchment paper, because I was using the last bit of that I had too. I need to go to the store. You run out of those kind of things, and I rarely use the parchment paper, or so I thought. But I've had it for quite some time, so I probably just used it all and didn't even realize it. All right, I think I got enough for 2 more patties. One. Oh shoot, my mom said she wanted to be in here when I did this so she could see what I was doing. Let me go get this lady. Hold on. Okay, so I was calling my mom's name and she didn't come, so she'll have to catch me the next time I make burgers. But this is what they look like on the out of the burger press and on the paper. They are really thick, but again, like I said, they are going to cook down. Plus, I think I was able to make 6, maybe 7 burgers, like I said, which is good enough for the 4 of us, because I'm also getting ready to season the ribs and let them marinate for tomorrow. And I'm also going to cut up this watermelon, and I'm going to be using this to season the ribs with. So it's an Island Grill marinade by Grill Mates, sorry, by McCormick. And I'm just going to take these and I'm going to season the ribs with those so that they can marinate overnight. And yeah, that ought to do it. So once these start to firm up, they're going to be nice and lovely. Then I'll go ahead and put my thumbprint in them so that they don't curl up in the middle. So I'll use my thumbprint tomorrow, but I want them to get a little firmer before I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on them and just pop these in the refrigerator and get started on the macaroni and tuna salad. And there you have it. I like this burger press. I like it. I really do. It keeps you from making uneven burgers and different size burgers, and I was able to it keeps you, I gotta wipe this off, it keeps you from making uneven burgers and different size burgers, and it helps you, you're able to use up all the hamburger that you have by making them in the press versus trying to do them by hand like you would normally do and flatten them out. That made it so much easier for me. So I'll give that burger press from the Dollar Tree a thumbs up. It did what it was supposed to do. It made me some nice thick burgers. And so yeah. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, like, do what you gotta do. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.